Our guest today is Kim Bright, a pioneer in the nutrition industry and an expert in the health field, counseling well over 15,000 people. Kim has owned her own successful organic restaurant called A Change of Seasons. She's studied and taught alongside industry legends in the field of macrobiotics at the Kushi Institute, established and headed up an alternative health center, and even launched her own health and wellness company that has helped hundreds of thousands of people improve their life through proper nutrition and maintaining the ever-important acid-alkaline balance within our bodies.
Kim, it's great to have you back.
It's always fun to come back, and it's warmer here than it was in Florida, so I'm really happy to be here today.
Well, I have to compliment you because you look great. I think you look younger now than ever.
Well, thank you.
And I actually say that sincerely. You really do.
Thank you.
Really,
I appreciate it.
I love the way you did your hair. So, but I want to ask you something because I know that we're going to be talking about sweet wheat, but I'm getting a lot of emails from people talking about things like acid reflux, being acidic. And I know that your product is one of the best remedies for that, instead of popping antacids or acid reflux medication.
That's right, and that's just address the symptom. We want to get at really putting a balance into our acid alkaline, and because wheatgrass juice is the king of alkaline foods, sweet wheat's it, and you want to get that balance into your body so you don't wake up in the middle of the night with all that burning acid coming up after you've eaten and you're lying down, or you're having fungus issues on toenails and fingers, or you've got itchiness all over, and all those are signs of being over acidic.
Well, in this country, I don't even know the number of acid reflux medication prescriptions being written, but it's in the millions. And people never seem to figure out that the problem is related to the foods that they eat and some of the food habits that they have, causing this backup of acid, causing a problem of, well, for some, Barrett's esophagus, they're getting erosion in the esophagus itself. I've started using the sweet wheat powder more because I always did the capsules, but now I'm using the powder in my smoothie, or I'll just take the powder with water, which I will do. And to me, it really helps with the lining, and then also reducing the acidity in the stomach.
Well, and it calms everything down so quickly because it is so alkaline. And I just take and pour it directly in my mouth. I've done that forever since I started because I love the taste of it. And the chlorophyll content in it, gives us the fresh breath as well. And, people don't understand a lot of the times, Ward, how important chlorophyll is. Chlorophyll is condensed energy from the sun, and chlorophyll really helps in cleaning our blood, keeping it clean. And when you've got clean blood, you've got so much going on in the body that makes for greater health because you've got better oxygen transport, you've got better nutrient transport when the blood is clean. So you want to be alkaline. You want to be in balance. You don't want to be over alkaline.
Right.
That's rare, but it does happen.
It's very, very rare.
That happened to me when I was studying Linus Pauling's writings and on vitamin C, and I went all the way up to just mega amounts of vitamin C. Yes, we can always overdo it on both ends.
Sure.
But typical American diet, the SAD diet, standard American diet, that is all over acidic because we're dealing with white foods, over-processed foods. We're dealing with flours that have all kinds of additives added to them. And so we're eating foods on an everyday basis that make us very acidic. And when we don't drink enough water, which most people, you do not drink enough water out there. I'm going to scold you on this, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Because that really keeps a more alkaline blood as well. And you've got to have the water to carry out the waste and the toxins and to keep the liver running smoothly and all of our different organ systems and the bladder as well.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because I'm sitting here and it just dawned on me. I don't drink anything but water. I don't do soda. If I go out to eat, sure, I'll ask for unsweetened tea because I don't know where the water coming from. Yeah, for the most part. But we have a nation of people that are so acidic, and being acidic creates disease conditions.
Well, disease grows in acid blood.
Right. Bacteria, viruses, fungus, all these things can grow in an acidic environment.
Right.
And I take, like I told you, I take my sweet wheat in a powder form more now than ever in my smoothie. But I have that mental note, because that's just how I am, that when I take it, I know what it's doing.
Right, and
it's giving me life.
It's giving you life. That sun's energy is coming in, because when we have dirty blood, which overacidic blood is dirty, and it will cause us to be fatigued. It will cause us low energy. Again, if you're not transporting the oxygen well enough throughout the body, oxygen's key. I've told you this on the other shows and told your viewers, what's the most important thing is oxygen. Next is water, and third is food.
Well, you know, I have so many people that email me every single day, and I'm learning to understand what other people are going through. And a lot of people, I find out, never get anything green in their diet. And so, and we've said this on the show before, but when I'm conversing with these people, I tell them, I said, look, if you don't do anything green in your diet, you need to start. But for some, it could be difficult, because some people think, to them, it's harder to make a salad than it is to go through the drive-thru. It's just weird. But I said, look.
Well, it takes time.
Yeah. But I said, if you're gonna add something green, at least do the sweet wheat every day. And you would be amazed. You can take somebody who is so acidic and not feeling good and fatigued and skin or whatever.
So fast.
Everybody comes back. They come to you. They come to me and they go, oh my gosh, within a week's time, I'm like, I cannot believe how much better I feel. And the only thing I added was the sweet wheat.
Right. And
something
you know, too,
easy.
A lot of people out there, you don't understand, because Ward's talking about making a salad. Well, what are you making a salad with? You're making it with leafy greens. Well, guess what sweet wheat is? Yeah. It's wheatgrass. It's a vegetable.
Yeah.
What we do is we harvest it at its vegetable stage. Yeah. That's when it's most nutrient dense. It hasn't bifurcated yet. What's that word mean? It hasn't gone off in two directions, where one's going to produce the head of wheat and bring gluten in. It's gluten-free, by the way. And so the whole thing here is eat your vegetable in sweet wheat. If you don't want to go to the store and you don't want to buy all those leafy greens, this is organic. It's convenient. It is, and it's healing. And as Ward has told us, he's had the experience of it, and
yeah.
I've been using it for 24 years.
Yeah, and see, I've known. Well, I recently did a lecture before a large group of seniors, and one of the things I brought up was, we need to focus on eating more fruits and vegetables in our diet. Right. It's what our parents have told us all our whole life. Eat your vegetables.
And fruits and vegetables are alkalizing.
But as we get older, seniors could end up being alone. Maybe they lost a spouse. Maybe they're the only person in the home now.
Right.
And so they don't eat right. So you've got to supplement certain things for them to feel better. And sweet wheat is the easiest thing to add to your daily regimen that will make a profound health difference.
Yes.
There is no other nutrient. I know about vitamin C, every B, I know all the herbs, but if you're going to make a profound health change immediately, only the sweet wheat product is the only one that I know you can take right now and start feeling a difference and seeing a difference the longer you take it.
That's right. That's right.
It's that powerful. It's immediate.
Yeah, and you know how many senior citizens are dealing with fungus overgrowth,
yeast
overgrowth, the candida,
UTIs, they're so common
eczema,
in seniors.
All these things. Mm-hmm. Sweet wheat is going to change that so quickly, because it is cleaning the blood. And where is life starting? What's it say in Leviticus? The life is in the blood.
And life is in the blood. Life is in the blood.
Life is in the blood.
And I always like to go back to Ezekiel 47:12, because, the fruit of the tree shall be our meat, but the leaves shall be our medicine.
Exactly.
And that's where we're at. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I've taken it for years. I've known Kim Bright forever. And to make an absolute difference is amazing. And two things people will notice when you start doing something right for your body. They're going to either say, wow, your skin looks great, you're glowing, or they may say, wow, your eyes just sparkle. Because when you start getting things healthy inside your body, your skin will show it, and even your eyes will look brighter.
Well, you know what? At my age, and I'm not telling you guys how old I am, but anyway, I don't wear glasses. My eyes are still perfect. 20/20 vision.
Then I guess I better triple
you gotta
my
up
sweet
your
wheat.
sweet wheat. No, but the whole, and skin people will stop me and they'll say, your skin is just so beautiful for your age, and you hardly have any lines and wrinkles.
There you go.
It's great.
All right, big changes are coming. Stay with Kim Bright and I. We'll be right back after this.
Feeling a little acidic? Just want to learn more about the products you've heard about on today's program? No problem. Call Bright Core Nutrition today. Let their educated staff answer your questions and help you choose the right product for you. Call today and place an order for Sweet Wheat to take advantage of their exclusive special offer. Buy 2 bottles of Sweet Wheat and receive a 3rd bottle absolutely free. There are over 100,000 happy customers who have tried Sweet Wheat with success. If you call within the next 2 hours, you'll also receive a 90-day supply of Bright Core Nutrition's vitamin D3, absolutely free. Buy 2 bottles of Sweet Wheat and get another bottle free. And don't forget about their 60-day money-back guarantee. Remember to ask about their friends and family packages, where the more you buy, the more you can save. Specials with up to 50% off your order today, plus free shipping. The time to improve your health is now, and there's never been a better special offer to try Sweet Wheat for yourself. Call today.
Do you have concerns about mild memory loss related to aging? Prevagen is the #1 pharmacist-recommended memory support brand. You can find it in the vitamin aisle in stores everywhere. Prevagen, healthier brain, better life.
Now let's talk about the cost of acid reflux. And first, I want to kick this off by showing you some very alarming numbers. Between 2015 to 2018, $3.2 billion in prescriptions were written and filled by the American public. And this actual number increases between $20 to $50 million every single year. 15 to 30% of Americans deal with acid reflux, or GERD is what some people will call it. 3.1 million hospitalizations have occurred from just having acid reflux, so that can be per year. The most alarming thing I saw, that children from the ages of 2 to 17, from 1998 to 2005, we saw an 84% increase in more hospitalizations in this age group of children having problems with acid reflux. And I'll tell you why here in a moment. 1,700 deaths from acid reflux were recorded in 2010. So what type of problems are we looking at, or what are some possible causes? Well, there's a medical cause, and then there's food causes. So let's look at both of them. One, obesity is usually the leading cause of acid reflux for most people. So if you're overweight, you're dealing with acid reflux, you need to work with someone to start losing that weight. It's very common for women who are pregnant to have acid reflux. Also, there are medications that can increase the feelings of actually having acid reflux. So if you're taking antihistamines every day, you're on painkillers, antidepressants, even smoking increases acid reflux. And some of you, well, I think some of you cover all 4, and things need to turn around. So now let's look at areas of the diet. Of course, overeating would be #1 for most of us. If you overeat, you're pushing the acid towards the lower esophageal sphincter that closes to keep the acid in the stomach. But a lot of people drink a lot of coffee and do things that cause that muscle to weaken. So then that acid is pushed into the esophagus. And then you start feeling heartburn. And for some of you, you lay down at nighttime, you can feel the acid go right into your mouth, destroying teeth and gums. Some of you have a hiatal hernia. This condition is usually, you can usually just kind of reduce the symptoms by doing something natural, which we're going to talk about later into the show. And of course, some people are using medications, and in rare cases, the doctor may be able to correct it with surgery, but not all hiatal hernias can be corrected with surgery. If you're eating fried foods every day, you're drinking a lot of citrus, eating chocolate, coffee every morning, drinking sodas towards lunchtime in the evening. Maybe you have a cocktail or something, or a beer in the evening. And of course, just eating sugar, just refined carbohydrates, bad carbohydrates. All of these things contribute to acid reflux. Now, some of you don't really have a severe problem with it. You may get heartburn here and there, maybe because you ate chocolate. Maybe you had some sugary dessert in the evening and all of a sudden you just got heartburn. So not everybody deals with it chronically, but a lot of people do. This is a chronic problem. Now let's talk about acid reflux medications. 95% or more will take their acid reflux medications incorrectly. That's right. 95 to 98% of the people take their acid reflux medications incorrectly. If you ever look at the directions of your medication that maybe the pharmacist gave you, and it's inside your little package there, read it. So if you're taking acid reflux medications, the directions of your drugs will state you only take them for 2 weeks. If the condition does not clear up, you need to find out why, okay? The problem is most people take their acid reflux medications for 2, 3, 5, 10 years consecutively. That is a big no-no. That is a big problem. So what happens is that not only are you shutting down the acid pumps in your stomach, you're creating an environment in which you're eating foods. If you're eating foods like this, maybe even red meat, heavy proteins, you don't have enough acid in your stomach, even though you feel the heartburn because you keep taking the medications. You can't break down the protein correctly. The protein enters the small intestine, it enters the body, and now it triggers the immune system thinking that there's a foreign invader there. Also, by taking too many acid reflux medications, you diminish the ability to break down your minerals, so you end up being vitamin and mineral deficient. So the longer you stay on them, a lot of the other conditions that start showing up could actually be just a simple nutritional deficiency. There are ways to improve the way your digestion works. We need to get rid of these acidic foods. We need to create our body to be more alkaline, because having a perfect balance of acid alkaline in our body creates a perfect balance. Your stomach should be acid like it should be. And believe it or not, there's ways to restore the digestive process in your stomach naturally. There's things to protect the esophagus from being burned. Some of you have such severe cases that the lining of the stomach has entered into the esophagus, creating a condition called Barrett's esophagus, and that cannot be reversed. Now you have to deal with remedies to keep the symptoms away. But we have to correct the way that we eat. So stay with me, because in the next segment, we're going to talk more about acid reflux, and we're going to get straight to the remedy to help you feel better and hopefully not be in this group, and definitely not be in that group. Kim, I just want to say again, I absolutely love it when you're on this show. I learn more, but we always have a great time when you're here. So I just want to say that.
Well, thank you, and I learn some from you. So it's a mutual exchange society.
That's
here,
right, exchange of knowledge.
Exactly.
There's so much knowledge in this room. I mean, I just can't stand it. No.
I know, my hair's standing up. But you, I think, have a really great testimonial about sweet wheat.
Yeah, I've got a personal testimony for you, and for all of you out there, especially when it concerns sweet wheat. I have kept this quiet for probably 8 months, never said a word. You know, a lot of you are very private with your health. I'm very private with mine. Most of the time I'm always healthy and never even worry about anything. But about 8, 9, no, I think it's been 11 months ago. I was working out, doing a lot of ab workout, and all of a sudden I ended up with this very severe pain right below my abdomen, and after a couple of months it didn't go away. And then I got thinking, well, is it a bladder infection or something? And I'd take things for that, and it didn't go away. And then finally, I've got a really great doctor, so I went to go see him, and couldn't quite figure it out, but it seemed to be isolated at the bladder. So had everything checked out, and then I got to thinking, I'm like, okay, how am I going to tackle this? If it's not a UTI, how am I going to get rid of this pain? And then so for me, I do a lot of research. So all the symptoms were leaning more towards what we would call interstitial cystitis. So it's a painful bladder condition. You have incontinence. It's almost like I was noticing, why am I going to the restroom every 15 minutes? Mm-hmm. I drink a lot of water, but I don't drink that much water. I'm not a camel.
Right.
And it was really making me irritable and frustrated, because usually I can figure things out. And so as time went by, then I started focusing on, well, let me just treat myself as it was interstitial cystitis. Right. So first things first, if the bladder is acidic, there's pain there.
That's right.
Okay, so one thing I did was I increased my sweet wheat that much more. And then I noticed then the symptom lessened. So half the pain went away just by taking the sweet wheat. So think about that.
How long did it take?
It was probably 2 or 3 days, because I would notice changes pretty quickly. So after about 2 or 3 days, I noticed that the acidity in the bladder went down dramatically. And so when it goes down, the pain decreased a lot, and then the incontinence got less. So then I decided, wait a minute, okay, I'm taking care of the acidic problem by making it more alkaline, because if you have a problem in your bladder of hurting or burning or incontinence, you want to make sure things going through there is more alkaline. I had to stop coffee,
and
I had chocolate and tomato products, because they can stay acidic through the whole system. So I stopped that, and that made a difference. Then I got to thinking, well, wait a minute. I know that the bladder is consisted of connective tissue. And usually with IC, hyaluronic acid sits behind the inner lining, and then it will leak out, and then you have more pain. So then I got, wait a minute. Let me use Bright Core Nutrition's collagen. So then I started doing a scoop twice a day. Then I started noticing it really decreasing, wasn't dealing with the pain and the incontinence. And then I changed a few more things in my diet. And then I noticed after 3 days, it was gone.
Well, it's interesting. Thanks for sharing that, really, because
but it was the sweet wheat and the collagen
together.
And then you have to be smart. We're human beings that have to eat, so I had to change my diet on things that I like: coffee, chocolate, and there's
tomatoes.
pastas and stuff. That was a no-no.
Yeah.
So just making some minor changes and then keeping a mental note of what's going on, and then I finally let my doctor know. It all went away.
Well, it's interesting. That's
it all went away.
Yeah. Great testimonial. But too, what's going on in your body with use of the sweet wheat is not only is it alkalizing, but it is an antibacterial and an antifungal. So you've got all that bacteria that was growing there. You've got your lining was getting thinner, obviously, and with the collagen, it was building back up again.
Right, exactly.
So that's the result of using those two things together, and with the hyaluronic acid in the collagen as well.
Right, exactly.
But sweet wheat, because it's antibacterial and antifungal and alkalizing, really was the greatest thing to apply.
Absolutely.
there.
And it's weird because a lot of men don't end up with that type of problem, because it took me a while to try to figure it out. I thought I had pulled a muscle because the pain would never go away. But then it finally, after I talked to my doctor, we kind of narrowed it down that it was the bladder. I've been pain-free for going on 3 months.
That's awesome.
I've been pain-free. Don't plan on it ever coming back.
Well, keep up with that sweet wheat.
But it shows how detrimental being acidic can be. Not that I was acidic, that area was, but for most people, like you said, fungal, yeast, candida,
bacteria overgrowth,
dry skin, these things can show signs that you are acidic, you're not getting healthy things into the body, but like the sweet wheat is, and I'm going to take the words right out of your mouth, Kim, that the sweet wheat is not only strong and potent in chlorophyll, but it has the most absorbable effective amino acid
profile.
Also antioxidant properties,
live enzymes.
Vitamins, live enzymes. All of this is found in the wheatgrass that you actually grow and then get it into the bottle.
That's why it's our flagship product. That's why I started the company with it, and it's still here today 24 years later. And you know, the whole thing too is when you're dealing with fungus and you're dealing with all this overgrowth of fungus and you're ending up with candida, and maybe you've got yellowing and cracked nails and toenails, and you can take and make a paste of this sweet wheat and put it directly on those affected areas.
Oh, yes.
Or do a soak, like you're sitting there watching TV. Put some sweet wheat in water and put your hands in it if you've got problems. Sweet wheat is so effective in so many different avenues. You can brush your teeth with it, get the bacteria off. Healthier gums. You can apply it if you've got any bug bite stings, things like that. You know this because of its alkaline effects, its antibacterial effects, its antifungal effects. It is a powerhouse of a healer.
Oh yeah.
And you've witnessed that directly.
Well,
now.
yeah, and not only that, you know,
So
I
many
like
ways.
to, and I like to be energetic, and for a lot of you, you're dealing with so much fatigue, and a lot of fatigue has to do with a lot of the foods that we eat. A lot of the foods that we eat can really pull you down, and sweet wheat does the opposite. It's like getting supercharged in your system very, very quickly, because the body's like, whoa, there's instant nutrition. Taking sweet wheat brings instant life to every cell in your body. Your body needs this, this type of food. The cool thing is it's available in easy to swallow capsules, usually just 2 capsules a day. I take 4. My son hijacks my bottles for 8. And then there's the powder, which I've been using in my smoothie, because after I finish my 10 miles cycling through the neighborhood, I put this in my smoothie.
Yeah.
You know, I hit 30 miles an hour on my bike the other day.
Good for
but
you, yeah.
Anyway, so stay tuned. We got something amazing for you right after this.
Feeling a little acidic? Just want to learn more about the products you've heard about on today's program? No problem. Call Bright Core Nutrition today. Let their educated staff answer your questions and help you choose the right product for you. Call today and place an order for Sweet Wheat to take advantage of their exclusive special offer. Buy 2 bottles of Sweet Wheat and receive a 3rd bottle absolutely free. There are over 100,000 happy customers who have tried Sweet Wheat with success. If you call within the next 2 hours, you'll also receive a 90-day supply of Bright Core Nutrition's vitamin D3, absolutely free. Buy 2 bottles of Sweet Wheat and get another bottle free. And don't forget about their 60-day money-back guarantee. Remember to ask about their friends and family packages, where the more you buy, the more you can save. Specials with up to 50% off your order today, plus free shipping. The time to improve your health is now, and there's never been a better special offer to try Sweet Wheat for yourself. Call today.